Just wanna go home.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video. And thank you for supporting my little hobby. This is a bit of a different video because I traveled during this pandemic. And let me first get this straight. I'm not here to promote travel whatsoever. I had a very unfortunate family event. We traveled to Italy to make sure that we could be part of it, support our families, but also have support from our family. It's nothing to really go in depth about, but what I was really curious about is how is Italy doing? And I wanted to share you my perspective, and I'd like to share this with the world because I know that you know that we've all seen that Italy is considered one of the worst hit countries. Obviously, there's other countries that are by this point having it worse. Italy is still ranking somewhere at the top as considered to be one of the worst hit countries. So here I am again with my little notebook. I wanted to just get some things straight. I just wanted to see what is it like. Now, obviously, the only comparison material that I have is the Netherlands. I've only been in the Netherlands during the worst of the pandemic. I mean, at the start I was in Mexico. Before that I was on a cruise ship. But once things actually started to evolve and countries actually started to have special measurements, that's when I was already in the Netherlands. I've not been in entire Italy. I've been on the east side of Italy and I've been visiting a few places and there's a few things that I've really noticed. Let's just start right away with the obvious one. The sites. They're so empty. Where you would normally hustle and bustle to get a picture of a place where there's like this gorgeous place and you want to take a picture to get nobody on it, it's impossible. If you wanted to go to the ticket office and get a ticket, normally you would wait for about an hour. There's no waiting lines, not to get your tickets, not to get into the actual sites. Not being in the sites is not busy at all. There's maybe 10 people walking around. And probably 95% of these people are Italian. Even though we can see it all on the internet, actually experiencing that is ridiculous. That does bring me into the next one, and that is if you do enter something, you will wear a mouth mask. In Holland, the only time where you are obligated to wear a mouth mask is as soon as you go into any public transport. So trams, trains, buses.
So first of all, we see mouth masks here everywhere. You carry it around you everywhere you go, and whenever you enter like a closed building or anything like that, or it's busy on the street, you will see everybody wearing mouth masks. If there's a market, even though it's outside, you shall wear a mouth mask. In this heat, it's terrible, but I understand that you will wear your mouth mask everywhere around as soon as you're in a closed area. If you enter a restaurant, you will take it off once you take a seat. If you have to go to the bathroom, you will put on your mouth mask. If you go walk around, if you need to pick something up, you will put on your mouth mask. And then once you leave, that's where you will take it off again. So you will see them everywhere around, much more than compared to like Holland, where we are, where it's only, where it's only needed in public transport, for example.
And it's something interesting that I've seen because I don't see that in Holland. Honestly, I thought people would be scared to be out on the streets, but to be very honest, I see loads of people on the street, but most of them are Italians. Then also what I saw is not only restaurants are open, but also bars are open. Not all bars are open, but we've walked around at night during some of the places and we've seen a few bars here and there actually be open. Now, I'm not talking about a bar where you sit at a set spot. I talk about a bar where you can actually enter and roam around. And I even asked one of my cousins, two of my cousins actually, what is it like with the nightlife? Are bars open and things like that? And I said, yes. Not as much here where we are right now, but if you go more towards the shore side where the beach places are, that's where the bars are open even more. Once you enter, you need a mouth mask, but once you're actually in, barely anybody is actually wearing the mouth mask. Social distancing is another thing that I really noticed. Here in Holland, because you do not wear your mouth masks everywhere, you have more social distancing. Here in Holland, I see less mouth masks, more distancing. In Italy, I see more mouth masks, less distancing. In Italy, the rules are 1 meter on the streets and everywhere. You have to keep 1 meter distance. Once you're performing any sports, that's where you have to keep a distance of 2 meters. There's less visible social distancing. And I believe it's due to the amount of mouth masks that are worn that it creates this kind of sense of safeness, and there is less distancing. Now, also, I'm used in Holland to 1.5 meter and not just 1 meter. So you're already closer, and it already feels closer, and people are more in your personal space. I'm trying to keep that distance, but it's a two-way road. Like, if I do it, you do it. Like, you do it together. Sometimes you just all of a sudden find yourself in this more busy area. People are less likely to maintain that distance because they're wearing their mouth mask as soon as they hit a busy spot. The biggest question, I guess, is, do I consider it being safe to go to Italy again? Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I would not. At this point, I don't think I really want to go there for pleasure. I think as soon as you have something that is more necessary, family occasions, things like that, I would understand that you will want to go. Honestly, I am not an expert, and I can only speak from my personal experience, personal perspective. I'm not here to give advice on any of that. Let me get that straight. My travel was more essential. It was for other purposes, but I have to be honest, I also walked around the city to see a city. I walked around a market to see if there was something nice I wanted to buy. Obviously, you were very cautious. You have to be very cautious yourself. I'm trying to get a point across, which is hard to get across, and I think it's also very personal. How do you think about this, and how do you want to deal with something like this? Anyhow, take this as somebody's opinion and somebody's perspective on what we see, what we observe. You can take information from it. You can just be curious and see what this is all about. Some people may ask, like, how did you get there? I did not take an airplane. We actually went with my family. We went with the car. So we also didn't need to take any of the public transport in Italy. And with your car, you have, like, you are with your family. So, and also flights didn't really work out because there's much less flights going. Yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Again, leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching.